the water quality of that sample. It's the pollution control. Yeah, we have to see where pollution is coming from, as in the quality as at that time that you collect the samples. Is there any pollution, or the water is okay for users like livestock, irrigation, and so forth?
How far do you sail over the Zambezi River to take those samples?
Yeah, for the lakeward trip, with houseboat, on the middle part of the lake, we use this houseboat. But for the rivers coming into the lake, we use our speedboat because it's shallow. This one can't go there, but it's too big. So we use a smaller boat to do the sampling.
Since time immemorial, the Tonga people have had a deep-rooted belief in the Nyami Nyami, a creature believed to have the head of a snake and the body of a fish. Legend has it that the Kariba Damu separated him from his wife, and to this day he still tries to get to the other side of the wall. Myth or legend, it remains a mystery.
Nyami nyami kutanga kwayo kwakatanga kuti tizive nemhaka yekugadzirwa kwedhemu. Dhemu richigadzirwa ndopatakabva kuti kune nyami nyami tudza dziri mudhemu imomo, murume nomukadzi. Saka pakugadzira kwedhemu dzakaganhurwa kuti imwe yodzira kudai ichidzira sasi.
Nyami nyami, though was the story which I was just told. I didn't see it.
I believe in the story, and I believe that that creature do exist in Lake Kariba.
But it's our belief that there's a Nyami Nyami, where people in those days used to go to, especially ask if there were some problem concerning rains. People used to go there to ask for rains through that Nyami Nyami.
Classified it correctly as a myth, and yeah, I've kept it just as it is. For me, that's a wonderful God-given resource, wonderful river, and by the wisdom that God has given to human beings, we've been able to tap it so that we can benefit from its strength, its power, and what it can provide to us as a community.
Kudziganura kwavakaita vakaitisa kuti dzirege kuputsa dhamu raivakwa iri. Hanzi dziri mbiri dzaiva nehasha yekuti dhamu ranga risingavakiki. Ndokubva vazodziganura imwe enda sasi imwe isarawo. Ndobva vaisa magetsi pakati pedhamu nechokoko kuti irege kuuya kuswedera kudhemu kuno. Ndobva yazorambira irimo mukati medhemu chaimo. Ndo mairi nanhasi.
Those tremors, they actually happen whenever you build a large dam. It happened in dams like I mentioned Kase Dam before. If you look at dams like even Three Gorges, but is there any Nyami Nyami in Lesotho? Is there any Nyami Nyami probably Lake Volta, Nyami Nyami in China? Then you realize that there is something beyond the belief, this talk of Nyami Nyami.
As part of the Zambezi River Authority's mandate to develop more hydroelectric power projects along the Zambezi River, feasibility studies and groundwork to build the Batoka hydroelectric system near the Victoria Falls have commenced. This project has received a blessing through both political and economic buy-in. On completion, the project will add a further 1,600 megawatts, thus improving the contracting state's access to power.
When you look at the potential for electrical energy for the Zambezi River, specifically common between Zambia and Zimbabwe, you find you've got about 7,000 megawatts. And of these 7,000 megawatts, you can only exploit them when we've got dams. And so in the planning processes, one of the dams which was, or one of the areas which was found fit to and economically viable to be the next project is the Batoka.
The Batoka Gorge hydroelectric scheme was first proposed and feasibility studies carried out in 1992.
So the Batoka, it's a project which specifically also would provide the electricity, and we are looking at about between 1,600 megawatts and 2,000, and we are talking of from a study which was done 20 years ago. And if we look at the current developments in science and technology, we could get even more mileage from the Batoka to the point of getting maybe 2,000 megawatts.
It's basically proposed to be a roller compacted concrete dam that will be of height about 180 meters. It's located some distance of 54 kilometers from the Victoria Falls. That's along the river. It has the best potential for power generation in comparison to the rest. The reason it has that is because of all the schemes, it's the one that has the least impact on settlements, because it's within a confined valley, and within that confined valley, therefore, there is minimal of human settlement. So it will have minimal impacts on the resettlement of people from the dam site area or the dam basin area.
After driving a grueling 1,000 kilometers from Lusaka, we have finally arrived at the source of the Zambezi River. This is in a botanic reserve called Kalini Hills, one of Zambia's best preserved forestry vegetation, covering 36.8 hectares in the northwestern province of Zambia. The long-awaited journey, and finally we're here at the source of the Zambezi River. Running for a length of 2,700 kilometers, it begins its journey as an insignificant little spring in the corner of northwest Zambia in the Mwinilunga district.
The actual name of the river here is supposed to be Zambezi, because this is Lundaland. So the Lundas are the people that have settled around this area and called the river Zambezi. Zambezi in Lunda means heart of everything.
I would like to correct certain misconceptions and wrong recordings. First of all, the name Zambezi River actually should be Kasambavezi. Kasambavezi, meaning the river where only those who know it can take a bath. And traditionally this arose because of the high numbers of crocodiles that infested the the Zambezi River. Secondly, the name Kariba actually should be Kaliba. Where the dam was constructed was a deep gorge, and the Tonga people called it the trap. They called it the trap because as they fished towards this steep gorge, a number of them got swept away by the strong current, and hence they called it Kaliba and not Kariba. So it's a trap where a number of fishermen actually got trapped, entangled, and some of them were swept away by the strong current.
Zambezi River Authority is the only dam water and environmental managers in Africa with a bilateral agreement between two nations, Zambia and Zimbabwe. They owe their existence to this very source.